Hey, welcome back to Doing Our Best Outdoors. It's a beautiful sunny day in Northern Ontario. I've got a little project I'd like to share with you this morning. I'm going to install the JU FabWorks Workmaster on my new Kubota LX2620. So stick around, we'll get started. I purchased this Workmaster plate from JU FabWorks approximately 6 years ago and installed it on my Kubota B2650. I was lucky enough to be able to keep the Workmaster on trade-in. And guess what? It's the same bucket profile. I absolutely loved this modification and found it to be one of the most handy additions to my tractor. The Workmaster itself is pre-drilled. It's 21.5 inches wide, 1/4 inch powder coated steel, which is shaped to fit the contour of your bucket. It has two 3/8 inch forged grab hooks, G70 rated at 4,700 pounds, will accept up to a 3/8 inch chain. Also has two grab handles with a 5,000 pound workload limit, one 2-inch receiver with a 5/8 inch center hole, and it's a great alternative if you don't have the option of welding grab hooks or handles on your bucket. It comes with all the hardware, grade 8 hardware, and very detailed instructions, which makes installation very easy. Let's get started. The first thing I want to do is find the center of the bucket. I do that by measuring the total width of the bucket. In this case, it's 58 7/8. Divide that in half is 29 9/16. With that in mind, I'm going to measure over 29 9/16, and I'm going to place a mark on the bucket at the center. Next, I'm going to take a measurement from either side of the bucket once I have the Workmaster set on the bucket, just to ensure that we have this equal distance and the Workmaster is properly centered. This is where I have to deviate slightly from the instructions. The clamps that I have, I find when I clamp the work to the bucket, it moves it forward ever so slightly, but it does take it off its contour. If you have the proper clamps and they work for you, I would suggest that you firmly clamp the Workmaster to the bucket, keeping in mind that your clamp should be as far away as possible, keeping in mind that you still have those pre-drilled holes. What you're going to do next is you're going to take a marker and fully outline all of the holes, keeping pressure on the work, pressing it back into the contour of the bucket. Now that you have the holes marked from the work to the bucket of the tractor, I'm going to take a punch and I'm going to punch the center of each of the 6 holes. JU FabWorks does sell 7/16 hole punch, and you can make your punches by leaving the work on and punching right through the holes. In that case, you would securely clamp the Workmaster to the bucket. I'm then going to take a hammer, and in the center of each hole, I'm going to make a punch mark. So next I'm going to take a 1/8 inch drill bit and I'm going to drill a pilot hole where I marked each of those marks. Keep in mind when you're drilling through metal, it's quite heavy metal, so you want to take your time, nice and slow. You don't want to heat up the bit. With the smaller bits here, I'm not going to lubricate it, but when I get into the bigger bit, I'll throw some oil on there for lubrication. Okay, now that I've finished drilling the pilot holes, I'm going to go back over it with a 7/16 inch bit, clean out the holes. As soon as we're finished, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Now that we got the holes drilled, we'll go ahead and clean off the shards of metal. Good time to mention, probably should have mentioned it before we started drilling. Always wear safety glasses, goes without saying. especially when you're dealing with metal or any flying debris. We'll go ahead and get this cleaned up a little bit, put our plate back on, and see how she fits. Okay, we've got our plate back on. Looks pretty good. Wish I could say fits like a glove, but I think that's already been said. We'll go ahead and we'll put our hardware on. Hardware supplied. We want a washer on top with the bolt through each of the 6 holes. Boy, that sun's come out and it's really heated things up. A little cool this morning, but we've been relatively cool this year, right up until a couple of weeks ago. Garden's in late, and even the trees are a little late getting their leaves on, but we'll certainly catch up. Okay, the nuts obviously go underneath. So there are nylock nuts, again with washers. Washer first, followed by a nut for the 6 bolts. And just hand tighten them till the nylon kicks in, and then we'll get some wrenches on there. Now that I have all 6 bolts installed, I'm going to go ahead and torque them down to 70 foot-pounds. But before I do that, if you enjoyed the video, could you please like and subscribe by hitting the little red button in the corner. I'm by no means a professional, just doing the best we can. If you have any advice, comments, please leave them below. I'd be happy to read them. Going to get cleaned up here. Now we're going to try it out. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in future. Remember, be safe out there and enjoy the great outdoors. Thanks again.